Hey everybody, it's Verna Mullen from StampinNotes.com. Welcome to Farm Fresh Cards, and I've got to turn my phone. Sorry, I forgot to do that. You don't want to look at things upside down. And I hope you're having a good day today. Weather temperatures have dropped and it's a little chillier. I'm expecting snow tomorrow evening. Oh boy. Well, it's that time of year when everything changes all the time. It's Verna. And I will mute that. Whoops. Let me see here. Okay, are we right there? Or nope. Sorry, I'm going to have you guys all busy. I'm watching my screen on my computer, and of course it's just a little bit delayed. So, hey, I saw this Origami Pocket Fold on YouTube, and I loved it. I don't know if you can see it on this. And so it was just how to fold the pocket, and I'll put the gal's name. It's something Parts for Art. Jeri, and I can't remember Jeri's last name, but anyways, I'll put that in the description, so if anybody's interested and you want to see her pocket fold, but we're going to do it today. And I'm using that beautiful designer series paper that is soon going to, well, you're not going to be able to get it because it's a freebie during celebration, and it is the Hello Friend, or Friendly Hello designer series paper. It is just so pretty. I'll show you some of it here. Anyways, there's the paper and the stamp set together. And isn't this pretty? It's free with a $100 order. And celebration only goes until the end of February, so 5 more days. So if this is something that you are interested in, you want to scoop it up and get it while you can. And the stamp set's really pretty too. It has a bird in it and lots of kind of tropical images. I've used it on my Farm Fresh Cards series before. So this is the stamp set. And I've used also the honeycomb embossing folder for the background on both of these. And let's get started on the next card, and I will show you how to do this beautiful pocket fold for your cards. And did I say, I don't think I did say, I'm using the Honeybee Home stamp set, and this is in the January to June catalog, mini catalog, with the bees. And this, I've got the dies in here with it too. Today I'm using this die. This is a leafy die. I'm using this to die cut the floral image that I stamped. So let's get started. And I am starting with a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. And this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. If you want to buy the supplies to make this card, you can shop with me in my online store. I will put a link below in the description in the YouTube video and in the comments in my Facebook page. Subscribe to my newsletter and you will get a free weekly PDF in that. All right, so we've got that. I have already embossed my piece of basic white cardstock. And all of the measurements for this card will be on my blog. There will also be a link for that. Or in, yeah, there will be a link in the YouTube description also. Hey, Margaret, thank you for sharing. And Margaret, you get a little prize for sharing last week. If you share and comment, you will be in a drawing for prize. All right, so I have that, and I also have a piece of soft sea foam, and this is I'm going to layer on my Granny Apple Green cardstock right now. And I'm using Seal Plus adhesive. if it stops, well, there's a little bump there, and I think that's why it's stopping. You kind of have to lift up like that at the end, and then it'll usually start good. Okay. And we will layer this on here, just like this. And now I'm going to take that piece of basic white that I have embossed with the honeycomb embossing folder. I'm going to layer that on there. I'm going to use glue just because of all of the little hills and valleys from the embossing. I think the glue will help adhere that better. And this is the Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. This piece is 5 1/4 by 4. And as I said, the measurements for this card will be on my blog. And there will be links to my blog, either in the YouTube description or in the comments below the video on my Facebook page. So yeah, there's only 5 more days of celebrations. So if you were wanting to scoop some of the awesome freebies up, there's freebies for beautiful things for every $50 in product, and some that are for every $100 in product. And also is a great time now to join if you're thinking about getting the starter kit. It's usually $99 for $125 worth of product, whatever product you want and pick. And right now, for 5 more days, you can get 2 free stamp sets of your choice, which is an awesome deal. All right, enough of that. Let's do that fold pocket. So I've got a piece of designer series paper, and this is the Friendly Hello designer series paper. And this is 12 by 3. So we're gonna score this, and I'm gonna bring in my trimmer. This is an awesome trimmer. It has a scoring blade on it right here, and also the dark blade is the cutting blade. So right now we want to use a scoring blade. I see I've got a bit of a glare there. So first we're going to score it at 3. And I'm trying to be really exact with this. Very lightly on your designer series paper. If you press too hard, it's going to rip it. Slide it down to 6 inches. And again, we're going to score lightly. And then 9 inches. And I'm just going to turn it around here and score it at 3 inches on the other end instead of extending that arm out. And that will be the same as scoring it at 9 inches. Okay, so whichever side, whichever print you want to be facing outward, like I wanted this print here on this one, you want that print to be face down. So or upside down. So we're going to put it down like this, and I'm just going to fold it along where I've scored the 3 inch and this 6 inch. And the 9 inch, okay? And I'm just gonna take my bone folder and lightly burnish that a little bit. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the very far right end. Let me bring it down in camera so you make sure you can see it. And this is my score line right here. Let me lay this on my here. So it's about right there. And I'm just going to take my paper and fold it just to the right of that score line, which is about like that. And if you have a little bit on this bottom edge showing, that's okay. Okay, so now I've already folded this side in. I'm gonna go to this side, the square right before the middle. This is the middle here. And I am going to pull this down right to the left of that center line. And that's where I'm gonna fold that. Let's see. Okay. So when I open this up, I've got a fold like this. We've got this folded down. And this end, we've got, on the right end, we've got this flap here folded in like that. So if I move my hands, you can see this is what it looks like. All right, move that up a little bit so you can see the end. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, whoops, I just want to make sure I've got this right. Yeah. All right, so we're going to take this, pull this down, fold this up, and then we're going to fold that into the middle. So we've got that there. We're going to take this side and we're going to tuck this in like this to make our 3-inch square. Just like that. Now if you get this little, I've got a little bit extra on the end there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trimmer and just trim a sliver off that. Okay, so just a sliver. All right, and that'll tuck into there better. Okay, so let me show you again what we've got here. This side is, the right side is folded in like that. This is hanging down. We're gonna fold this up. We're gonna fold it in like that. We're gonna take this and we're gonna tuck it into here like this. And then we have a nice little pocket. And you could use it for even a tea bag or candy. I'm calling it a pocket full of posies because we're gonna put flowers in this one. All right, so we have, this is 3 by 3, and then I have a square that's 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 of the soft seafoam, and I am just gonna center this on here and glue it on there just to kind of frame it and give it some definition. And I'm just using my Tombow glue. All right, and we're gonna frame this on here like this. So we've got that nice soft seafoam frame around that. Okay, we're gonna bring our card back in and decide where I wanna put the pocket, and I think I'll put it maybe just a little lower than the center. About like that. And again, we're gonna glue. Whoops. That is not what I wanted to do. Drop that. And this is gonna be our pocket full of posies. Isn't that I think that's a phrase in Ring Around the Rosie, pocket full of posies. All right, and this looks like I need to move it just a little. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring in a piece of scrap basic white. And I'm going to stamp, this is the long flower image. It looks like bluebells or hollyhock, probably hollyhock. And I'm going to use polished pink. And I'm going to stamp that on here, and we need 2 of these. But I'm going to show you how I colored this in. I'm just taking my polished pink Stampin' Right marker. And these markers are just a water-based marker. It has a broad tip and then a smaller tip. I'm going to take that smaller tip and just color in part of these blossoms in the top here with that polished pink. A little bit in the top here. I'm not going to do any of the, you could color in the green leaves. I'm not going to do that. So I want the pink to really shine forth, and we're going to be using some die cut leaves for most of the greenery. And these leaves down here are not going to show. So I'm just going to adding a little bit of dark pink there. And this is the die. I'll show you the die that I used with that. This is the die that fits right over that to die cut it. And I've already die cut 2 out. I'll show those to you. They are right here. So we are going to put these in our pocket. We'll save that one. And I've also used this die here, the foliage die, and I've used Pear Pizzazz cardstock for that. So I have 2 of these also. Well, I had 2, and what did I do? Drop it? Let me look here. All right, well, I may have to die cut another one while I'm sitting here. But anyways, we're going to bring our pocket back in. And I want to use a little bit of ribbon to brighten this up. So I'm using the polished pink ribbon. I'm going to bring in my snips. And what I want to do is I'm not going to do a bow. I just want to do a loop. So I am going to take my glue dot and put it right about here on my ribbon where I want that loop to hold. Oops, I lost it. We'll do it this way. Okay. So I want my loop about, I'm going to put the glue dot right there. And then I want a tail. So I'm just going to bring this back up like this and cut this about here. I'm going to use another glue dot to hold that in place. Like that. So really, this is all I want, really. That's all that's going to show. So I'm going to cut this off here. Then I'm going to take another glue dot and put on the back of that, and we're going to put it in our pocket. I'm going to open that pocket up. I want it over on this side. kind of like that. I want my bow to turn that way a little bit. There. And we want to trim this. I don't want it hanging way up there like that. Okay. Now I'm going to take my one of the flower stems here, sprigs, and I'm just going to put some glue on the back towards the bottom. And we're going to put that in the pocket, like that. And we're going to add the other one. Actually, I think I'll add the sprig of greenery first. And I'm going to add this over here on this side. Going to add another flower sprig right here. And I'm going to grab another sprig, die cut one real quick here. I had two of them and I don't know where it is. I will find it when I'm picking up. So I'm grabbing that die and I'll bring in my little mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. I love the size of this little machine. Okay. And that goes on the bottom. We'll put this in. We'll grab our cardstock. It holds like 3 inches wide is the width it will hold. Let's see if I can get this going. I'm between the lamp and the phone here. I'm going to take it to the side and then I'll show you. Okay. All right, and I'm just going to take your pick tool and poke that out of there. And we're going to add this other sprig of greenery here. Probably right about there like that. I still don't like this ribbon. I want it to the side and not hanging straight up there. That's better. Okay, so we've got our greens and we've got our flowers and we need a sentiment in there. And I'm using a piece of basic black. And I'm going to emboss in white. I'm bringing in my embossing buddy. Stampin' Up! No longer sells these. You can use a dryer sheet. We'll do the same thing. It's anti-static. And some Versamark ink. This is a clear sticky ink. And this sentiment that I'm using says, "You're the nicest." And I'm just inking that up there. And I just want to make sure I don't have a lot of it on my edges here. Okay. I'm going to stamp that right there. And then I'm bringing in my white embossing powder. Here's a scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to dump that on there. Okay. We'll flick off any extras there. You're the nicest. And I'm going to take it over and emboss or heat that up with my heat tool. And I will be right back. Okay, and there's our little tag. I'm going to cut it down. It's too large. So we'll just take a little bit off here. And the other side. Trim this down. I'm just going to cut that on a slant like that. And I'm still not liking that loop. Actually, I think I'm going to pull that out of there and change it. I'm going to tuck it down in there farther, and I want it over to the side more. Okay, let's put this back in. There, I think that's better. Okay, so for the sentiment, I can go to that side, I can go over to this side, or in the center. Let's do the center. About like that. You're the nicest. And then I'm going to add a few of our iridescent rhinestones. Maybe I'll add them up here. Okay, so we've got this one done. We have, I'll show you the other ones again. This one is with a petal pink, and this is soft succulent, and also the soft succulent open weave ribbon. This one I think is my favorite. This is Poppy Parade, and it's framed in black and with the pool party, and this is soft succulent here. So I hope you've enjoyed these. You can if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Comment and share for the next week, and you'll be put into a drawing for some kind of free special little something, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Take care.